But in addition, you need to live your life.
Yeah.
And that is where the entrepreneur comes into it. It's your skills and it's about what you can convert into making money. And that's why build up on your skills. Interestingly, most teachers are only dreaming of when they will have their own school. And that seems to be the only ambition on how to make money. But if we look at the number of schools that are next to the one that you teach, you already know that we have too many schools as it's were. There's so much in the field of education that can give you good money. For those who have learned how to master their skills and teach online, fantastic, well done. But one area that I want to challenge every one of us to look into will be materials development. A lot of teachers don't think that they can make money from that. I'm sharing it with you because that is one area I have not started to make money from. And the day I overcome my poor writing skills, I will start making money from it. What would you like to do? I can go on that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So to you, what was the aha moment when you realized you could turn your classroom passion into a profitable venture? When was that aha for you?
Good morning, everyone. Permit me, I've been away from Port Harcourt for the past 3 years, and I just feel like saying, Port Harcourt, oh yeah! I'm missed you guys. Anyway, my name is Iliaja, and I have been an educator for over 15 years. But the moment I realized that I was more than just a classroom teacher, it wasn't when I left the classroom. I left the classroom and, a few years down the line, that was when I realized it. How many of us hate Mondays? Classroom teachers, if you don't like Mondays, let me see your hand up. Please, because at the end of the month, it comes. So I realized that it wasn't about leaving the classroom to become a teaching and learning consultant, but it was about creating systems and structures and products that would be able to pay me even when I'm sleeping. And that was when I began to love Mondays. Today, I don't work on Mondays. Mondays are my free days because I have created structures and systems. Before coming to Port Harcourt, I was a bit cash-strapped. What did I do? I sold one of my digital products. A school consulted me that I was going to be their teaching and learning consultant for literacy next session, and I told them to make a down payment. And I'm here. Why? Because I realized that I can still be in the classroom. Teacher attrition is everywhere. A lot of you sitting here have decided that you're going to be online tutors from September. Stop deceiving yourself. There's more to online teaching than teaching online. So many things to learn. So don't think because this holiday you have 1 or 2 children that you taught online, you're ready for online tutoring. Frustration will catch you. Don't do that to yourself. Wait. Learn how to turn your classroom products to digital products. And you will be so happy going to school on Monday. Mondays will no longer be frustrating. End of month will no longer be frustrating. I think we'll talk more about that going forward. Let me just pause.
Thank you so much. You can tell that these ladies are so loaded. So my next question to you, Shirley. I know you came with what you do as the principal of the Shemwaba Hospital now, you started something different that isn't regular with every educator. So my question is, what was the biggest challenge when you started? And how did you overcome it at the time?
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So I would say that my biggest challenge was acceptance. Just like Yolanda said, it was a new innovation that I was going to introduce to the whole Port Harcourt school. How would they see it? Is it going to be outside the box? Is it something that the children actually need? So I went through this series of questions, so many questions. And at the end of the day, I told myself, you can be that change that we need when it comes to mathematics. And that's one of my biggest driving force, and that's how I came about introducing the abacus to schools. And even up till now, there's still a struggle with acceptance. But then we need to keep pushing. We need to keep doing something different. There has to be a reason why school A is doing abacus and why school B should do abacus. So we are still in that series, and we hope that the acceptance is being put in place. Thank you.
Please, thank you so much. Okay, please, Ma, I want to ask this too. How do you deal with seasons of low demand? When business doesn't go as expected, or when business doesn't go as expected?
All right, so maybe I should quickly chip in that when thinking about entrepreneur, doesn't mean you should resign from your teaching job. And I'll say that again. You don't have to quit teaching to make money from education. Because many people are going to be thinking, I want to do this, I want to do that. So you put in your resignation letter, even when it is the day before resumption. That's wickedness. Well, look inwards. So I'm still teaching and I'm loving it. And I'm also a entrepreneur.
Good place to clap, guys.
Oh, yes.
Very good place to clap.
Thank you. Because, I mean, I don't, like I tell my kids, I can't imagine my life without teaching. I'm just formulated, over 30 years now that I'm enjoying it. All right, but while you are teaching, yes, it's going to cost you some energy. It's going to take you some sleepless nights. I grew my teaching profession to be a teacher trainer. So these days, when you attend one workshop, the next minute you think you are a trainer. And then you are a consultant. Hello guys. If you know how many sleepless nights I spent to get certified as a teacher trainer with the British Council, I'm proud of that, but it means a lot of hard work. It didn't just happen overnight. So don't think that after 1 or 2 years of teaching, you're qualified to be a consultant. It doesn't work like that. Because I can assure you, if you're successful to have your first buy-in and you flunk it, I've had many teachers come back to say, oh madam, and that training that we went for, the guy was just busy telling us what we already know. They are not likely to invite him again. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to continue learning. You're going to continue to upskill. You're going to continue to get better. I pride myself that I'm a permanent learner and I want to remain so. Because that's the only way you can teach. So look inwards. What do you enjoy doing even if nobody is paying you for it? That's what you should be seeking. I once met an arts teacher who is into classroom decorations. He started out as a class teacher. He is still teaching. And in his spare time, he gets to do all of that. So there's a skill that you own that you can commercialize. But you've got to build it, you've got to work on it, you've got to grow it. And then, let me just say, before I hand over the mic, that an entrepreneur may not start by counting how much he's going to make. My first year of teacher training, I did the training free. I don't know the number of schools that I visited in Port Harcourt. It will not be less than 100 schools. Simply to invite people and tell them that I was having a free teacher training. And I got to a school, one of your schools, and the head teacher told me, "What's that? We are already trained teachers, so we are already trained teachers. We don't need training." Yes, so prepare for that because you're going to get it. So entrepreneur is like every other business that you're starting to do. It is safe to start while you are still teaching. Don't quit to go and start because the hungry that is there, you don't get back to.
Oh my God. All right, thank you so much, ma'am. So while we're speaking about a business, I totally agree with you that we tend to feel that the grass is greener. We always just want to jump there and say, I'm an awesome teacher, or I can go outside and I'm teaching my children, and you think it's that easy until you get into it. So I'd like to ask you this thing. How do you ensure that business growth doesn't compromise the quality of teaching? Because like we said, sometimes when it's slow, and you feel that, me, I have too much I have to give out, but they don't value me. So how do you tend to manage that?
So for me, I can't compromise on excellence. I'd rather have a few people join my course or my training, a few people who are ready to learn, than have a crowd, that don't want to invent what I have taught. So I would like to mention something from what the last person said. Don't think that you are an amazing teacher just yet. Because as much as you are skilled in whatever it is that you do in the classroom, you need to be measured by standards to be able to call yourself an amazing teacher. And that's where certification comes in. The moment you start getting, I'm not talking about certificates, I'm talking about certifications. They are two different things. Because a lot of us like to go for trainings and you ask, "No, let me a certificate." That is not where excellence or quality is. It is in upskilling. It is in learning the skill and gaining mastery. And being able to apply this skill even when you're not earning so much from it. That is where you can say, "Oh, I'm upholding quality over quantity." That has kept my head above waters because when I left the classroom, I thought I was a super teacher and I failed woefully. Some of you here, I was the head of your school. I've seen some faces, and that was an epic failure. And then I moved on to become a consultant who was not certified, and that was another epic failure. It was until I understood quality and began to study and began to get certifications that I now understood that I can be fantastic teaching children in the classroom. But when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur or an edupreneur, it's a different ball game. If you mess up the first time, the chances are you will not be called the second time. And school owners, they have this clique, they have this group, WhatsApp and the rest. If you fail in one school, by the time you go to the next school, don't even bring that person to your school. She does not know what she's doing, and your chances are gone. So ground yourself. Let quality and standards be what would keep your head above water. And when it's time, the recognition will come. I said something about my August this year. I've been away from EduSpace for 2 years. I was working with Edo State government on a World Bank project. I came back to the world and
that thing that you think you know it well. That's the line for me. So my last question before we have our last words goes to you, Ms. Shen. I know you to be a very passionate teacher. And then I also think that you're also strategic in business. I don't know how you do it. So my question is, I know that teaching requires passion, yes? But business also requires strategy. Because you cannot just say, because I'm passionate, I will do this as you feel. So, but this is something I think that you have tried to do. How do you balance both? Passionate teaching and then strategy in business without burning out. I'm sure you have burnout moments that we don't see. But then, I always if you know, I can't share the flexing teacher, the Odogu of flex. You don't even want to have a clue. She can have 5 meetings today. But you see in the evening, God, you see her in somebody's celebration. She's having a good time. So, but I also know that she's been growing her business from maybe 2 schools, 3 schools, and the last conference had how many children is in the hall? No, you will tell us. How? 5,000. 5,000 children. No, you will clap for her. So now this is why I'm referring this question to her, because she's someone that's very passionate about. She hasn't stopped. She won't say she has 5,000 children and not teaching the class. So she still teaches, and then she's. So how do you balance both without really burning out the public?
I will try my best to shorten this question. So basically, passion is everything. I strongly believe that when you have passion for something, there is no way you burn out of that. Why? Because this is you doing something effortlessly. This is you teaching. This is you going out of your way to see that your skill is relevant and remains relevant. So even if you are stressed out, you have this mindset that I have to achieve this because I know where I'm going to. For me, I have my goals at the beginning of every year. If at the end of last year, I had 20 schools, then at the beginning of this year, I'm projecting 100 schools. So I've already set out my goals, my strategy with my team. This is how we are working towards it. This is the energy we are putting in advert. This is the energy we are putting in free trial classes. You know, we have these things all mapped out. But there's a problem when you wait till the last minute to want to strategize. That's where most of us burn out in Yolanda's words. Because when you start early to put yourself together, to put your vision, to have a set goal, then you are able to balance it up. And for me, as a person, I strongly believe that I need my me time. So when I work hard during the day, then in the evening, I have my me time.
No, I play
I'm putting it in a professional way, me time. But that doesn't mean that you are all day, and all of that. Even in that my me time, trust me, 80% of my mind is what is about to happen the next day. I am on my phone, I am sending emails, I am strategizing, I am doing one thing or the other. It doesn't mean that you are going blank on your business, because that business puts food on your table. So if you don't work hard on it as a person, nobody else will put that same energy that you have in something that you are passionate about. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So if you're passionate about something, you will find the information. You will always want to do it better, because you can be passionate and sit in a space and keep saying, I will do it, I will do it. And that will move to laziness, truthfully. If you are passionate, you want the best out of this, you will find information, you will go for it. So I'm going to ask the three of you this last question. If you were to, what would you tell yourself? What would you do differently? You are now to advise the person yourself as a business owner from the beginning, right? Looking back in hindsight, what do you think you would have done differently? This is now to help all the other people starting here. Is there anything you think you would have done differently, or you would have advised you to do differently, really? So let's start with that now.
All right, thank you very much. I think all of the teachers in this world are having a better deal than I had 30 years ago. When I started out as an entrepreneur, I had no mentor. We were practically cutting through the wilderness. We didn't even have an idea what we were doing. Something just kept more to do. So, if it were me 30 years ago, I would have prayed for a mentor. So, if you're thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, get a mentor. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So for me, I would say there's no rush because I rushed. I left the classroom when I wasn't supposed to jump into business that I hadn't planned. I had no plan whatsoever. So there's no rush. While in the classroom, have a plan. Call it your exit plan from the classroom if you want. But like Mom said, you don't really have to leave the classroom. But have a plan. And in your plan, have an action that you're going to do every day to actualize your plan. Have a strategy that you will follow every day. Above all, surround yourself with wise counsel. I have people I call my Edu tribe. 90% of them are here. I think the only person who isn't here is Tom Phonics. If I mention my Edu tribe, you'll know why I call them my Edu tribe. Susan Charles, Mrs. Esther Chibuzo, Ogada Obovie, Ugochi Okore, Ibiere, Brown, and Tom Phonics. They are my Edu tribe. They're the people I run to when my plan isn't making sense. They're the ones I talk to. So don't rush. Plan and have the right people surrounding you who will talk sense into you when there's a need for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so for me, I would say have savings, have money set aside. And that is why you still need to keep that job before wanting to leave the job. So from my experience, I remember when I introduced Abacus, I think Global Law School was the first school I went to. And when I got there and the support asked me, so how much are we going to pay you? I said, just be friendly my car. I will do the classes free. Trust me, if I had more serious money in my account, my shoulders would have been up. And I've just said, please ma'am, this is my tuition. Savings matters a lot before you want to become an entrepreneur or a business owner. You need to save from what you have. And the savings cannot just come from the clouds. It comes from what you are doing at the moment. So take your job serious as a teacher, build that investment, and get ready to stand on your own. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. I have learned from this session. I hope you have. So first, I know that we first had a mentor. Make sure you have someone that can guide you. Have a team, a couple of friends or people with you, that a tribe, as she said. Make sure you have people that you can go to that can pull you back. This one, no, you're making a mistake. Most of all, come on, save money. Save money while you're here. This has been a very insightful session, and I'm grateful that I get to be the one asking you the questions. So thank you so much for your time. I know that you still have questions for them after now. You can speak up, that's why we're here. We can't always have them in the same space with us. If you find them around, touch somebody, ask a question. You have the right, you came for Tani. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. We had a good time. That's a very loud one. All right, I think that was a very interesting session. We'll be moving into our proper sessions this morning. So we have the silver group, gold, and platinum. Now the silver team, everybody that's on the silver package, you'll be moving into another hall. Please can I have the ushers that are guiding them? Crowd control. Yes, thank you. So Miss Blessing, both of you, right? Okay. So the ladies in white and black over there, waiting, will guide everyone on the silver package to your hall. Everyone on the gold package will be seated right here. And then if you're on platinum, platinum will be going up. Someone else will direct you right now. So just sit and, okay, are you helping with the platinum? Okay. Okay, please hold on. Please hold on. Let's have the silver go, right? Okay. Everyone on silver, please join them and we'll direct you. Thank you. So platinum, hold on please, and we'll take you to your space after the silver has left the hall.
Max is here. No, I'm in a teacher's conference. I'm in a conference.
Remember to soak in everything
In a
you're
conference,
listening
not
to.
church.
We'll take it all in and then we'll go back
It's
and
meeting and
leave
sleep at
anything.
Martins. I'll find you.
Don't leave any speaker with anything. Take everything they come in
Talking
with.
with my people. Your start.
Do we have everyone on silver going out now?
What will I go? Is my tribe or my family? Thank you.
Okay, please, what have anyone else directing the platinum to their space? Okay, so if you are on the platinum package, then please follow her, she will direct you. If you are on the gold package, then you're seated here, please. Everyone in gold, you're right here.
Who are we following? Yeah, lady on red. We're moving. Where are my people? We are going to another location. For another session. Where are my Is this your okay? It's someone here. There's someone there. Excuse me. There's someone there. Yes, I my Jerry. After this, I just come. No. We're just coming from downstairs. And I will sit yes. I'm seeing this seat here. Let me help myself.
Let's share this place. We'll share this place now. We're looking at it in front. Okay, let's sit in front.
Yeah. Yes.
That was okay.
So that we can still talk today. I'm coming. I want to cover everything. Hey. Let me stay.
That's a big
No. I will not see.
No, you will see.
It's okay. I'm still good here. I'm happy to see you. Good to see you too. How far? Fine. My dear. We are more than this space. There was once I called I said,
I'm sure maybe I saw it later and forgot.
because we don't know what to happen.
So how far now? What is this? I'm talking with you.